Happy fall, y'all. Vincent van Gogh loved sunflowers. All the bees love all the little flowers on the sunflowers. And even the sunflowers love the sun because they follow it all day long. Here is a video of a man with his children who are growing sunflowers, and you're going to see how they harvest them.
Today is the day we get to harvest our sunflower seeds. These seeds are American Giant hybrid sunflower seeds from Haas Tools. It took about 90 days for them to mature. They get about anywhere from 10 to 12 feet tall, and some of these seed heads are over 12 inches. I mean, they're huge. Lots of sunflowers here for us to use for ourselves, and we will brine some of them and roast some of them for eating for ourselves. Otherwise, the ones that are kind of not as good, we will feed to our livestock. Any type of poultry, our sheep and goats love this stuff. Probably our dog Lilo will eat our sunflower seeds. Pollinators, I have never seen more bees in my life. Sunflowers just attract bees and hummingbirds and wasps. Unfortunately, hopefully I'll miss some of those while I'm harvesting. So once I get all those blossoms off, you're just kind of using your thumb to rub it. They come out pretty easy.
So, kind of cool to see where sunflower seeds, how they really come out of the sunflower. And so, today, if you look at this again, you'll see the center becomes quite large in fall because the seeds are starting to grow. And so, we are going to be drawing a sunflower today. All the steps that I'm about to show you are going to be on the tables, and I'm just going to show them to you now. Now, the two holes near the top mean that that is the top of your project. And you may go ahead and trace the center of your sunflower, or it could be that your teacher already did that for you. After that, you're going to draw all the petals. Please don't try to erase if you mess up. Once you paint, you're never going to see all the lines. You're going to go into the brightest yellow first, kind of a sunny yellow, and you are going to go around. The only reason I have the water there was because I was finding that the paint was a little bit dry. I did add some water to the paint, so I don't think that you'll need to have your water wells there. Once you finish doing all of those petals in the yellow, the next thing you're going to do is go into the mustard. And for that, you can just kind of go along the edges. I don't want you to cover up everything that you just did. This just gives a little bit of dimension to your flowers. It makes them look a little bit more 3D. So you'll notice that I'm just kind of doing it around the edges there. Now, sunflowers do have a very bright yellow sometimes towards the center of each petal. So that's why I gave you that really bright, almost orange. And you don't have to put tons and tons of that, just a touch of it. Now you can go straight into the brown and you're going to do a dabby, 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 do all the way around, not really covering up much of your petals, just getting nice and close to it. Then you're going to dip it into the brown again and go right in the center. Once you have that finished, you can go ahead and dip your brush into the black and you will dabby, 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 dabby until you have that part filled in as well. You can even go back into the brown and just kind of blend it together a little bit. It's going to look fantastic no matter what. Next, you're going to have these little wooden tools, and not with the pointy side, but with the back side. You're going to dip it into the white, and this might get a little bit loud in your room. You're just going to tap, tap, tap. Do you see how I keep going into the white? I go into the white and I tap, tap, tap. Go into the white, tap, tap, tap. And I'm just getting, this is almost like the highlights that you'll see on those sunflower seeds. And then I'm doing the same thing going around the thing. And I think maybe I'm using the point of the wooden tool this time. Kind of fun. Now, you might say, I really like it just like that on the wood. But some of you might enjoy having a blue background. For that, we're also going to be watering down the color a little bit so that it's not too annoying to use. You are going to be dipping into that blue and then careful to not go over your petals. We want for you to not cover up everything that you've just done. You're actually going to be using a red colored brush for this, and that brush has a flat head on it. Therefore, you can just kind of turn the brush a little bit so that you can outline around your sunflower more carefully. Here I'm taking that dark blue again, just to add a little dimension. I'm doing a little bit of a blah, 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 blah. And if you're going to do some white swirls at the end, you might want to just kind of put your paintbrush, like maybe try and get some of the paint off before you go into the white so that you don't mix up that white and blue. So, like I said, all the instructions will be on the tables. Remember, when you sit down, you're going to be drawing that center circle and the petals. Have fun.